welcome back. In this session, we'll talk about inheritance concept in Python with an example. Let's get started. If I have to put forth and say what is inheritance in a statement, I would say something like this. Inheritance is nothing but acquiring properties of a parent class to its child class. Now let's suppose this is your parent class and let us create one child class. We say class and we'll say child implementation. Now perfect. Now understand. Now as I said, assume this is your parent class and you have one more class which is called child class, and you wanted to access all the properties of a parent class. When I say about properties, I'm talking about variables, methods. If I want to access the properties of a parent class, which is called calculator, into this child class. So how can you do that? It is achievable when you understand this inheritance. If you have this inheritance parent to child mechanism, then it is achievable. So guys, the syntax that what you need to remember, if you want to inherit or call the parent class, you need to pass the class name here. So this is the class name, right? So you just have to pass here. So this is the syntax on how you call text to call the parent class into child class. So this is the syntax, guys, you need to remember. Now you see that there is this error, right? Because we're using this PyCharm and PyCharm is little dumb and he don't understand from where exactly this class has been inherited. So there should be some link between this file to this file, right? So you need not to remember anything. For example, if there are a lot many files that you've created, so you need not to remember anything. So what you need to do is you just select this and press Alt Enter. You will see this options in here, right? So you just click. Now you see from where it is importing this calculator is from this package. Then you have this file. In that you have calculator. So fine. Now you see that that error went. Now let me show you how easy it is. I have to define one variable now. For example, I would say this as num2 equals to 200, and I will create one more method. So you know that how to declare a method. There is this identifier called def, and we will say get, we'll say complete data. This is one method, and self. So we all know that self will be automatically be the first parameter any method you declare in class. Now I want to return, for example, num2. And you know, if you want to return any class variable, you need to either use self dot num2 or class name dot num2. If you have watched my previous video, you can correlate them, right? So let's say num2, and now let's sum it, and you say self dot. You're getting access of parent class variable and method as well. See carefully. Summation num, second number, first number, right? So we did not create any object of that parent class, but still we are able to access all the parent class method and variable. How it is possible? It is possible because you have put that parent class name in the bracket. And when you do that, Python treats this as an inheritance and give all the properties, that is method and variable, to your child class. Now let's say num, right? And let's sum this method as well, right? It has different implementation altogether, but let's just do this as well. So we say self dot and we say summation. Okay guys, Now I want to call this method. You know, if you want to call any method to your class, you need to create an object. And to create an object, first come out of this class. This we have discussed already in our previous lecture, right? And now let's create an object. So I would say child implementation, and we'll say this as obj equals to this. And now it says obj dot, sorry. Now we'll say obj dot get. So I'm just trying to call this method and we'll say this as print because we're returning that. Perfect. So what happens? Will it work? I think it will throw some error because good that you are calling this method. Good that you're calling this method. Okay, we'll see. So when you say get complete data, it has self.num2. No problem, it will not fail here. Plus self.num. Perfect. It will not fail here as well because you are inheriting. Num value will be accessible here as well. It will not fail here also. Good. It will fail in this step. You're saying dot sum, right? Because summation method, when it tries to call, it tries to return. Now see, when you call this, it tries to return first number and second number. Where is the first number? And when you sum this with second number, this information also you don't have here, right? We don't have these information because this information, first number and second number, these information is sent at runtime while creating an object of this class. That's why when you send 2 comma 3, 2 comma 3 will be sent back to first number and second number, and we are initializing a value like this, right? But here you sent without any arguments. Here there is no argument. How will it understand if you say in this you're telling first number and second number, right? So how will it understand what is your first number and what is your second number? So you know that when an object is created, it is not finding that. So basically what you need to do, what all constructor is expecting here, right? So what all constructor is expecting here, you have to somehow give those values from here. Then only you can form a connection. Otherwise you cannot. So in simple language, if I have to say this constructor, somehow you need to invoke from your child constructor. And that's the concept. You all know that how the constructor is being automatically called even if you don't create it. So as soon as I have created this object, the default constructor is being called, right? So we all know how the default constructor looks like in my previous session. So this is how the default constructor is being called, right? So this constructor belongs to this child class. Okay. So what you need to do here in your child constructor, just remember this, in your child constructor, you have to mandatorily call your parent constructor, okay, if your parent constructor is not default. If it is default, you need not to call it. It gets called automatically and everything gets taken care. In this case, in our case, it is not default, right? You have some code inside it. So this constructor has some meaning. So if that is the case, every time you inherit from your parent class, first check if there's any constructor declaration. Now we see, okay, there is a constructor declaration in your parent class. If it is so, for your child class, create one constructor. So we have created one constructor, and in that constructor, first step what you have to do is, so this class is calculator, right? So you say calculator dot init, correct? So here you need to send values a comma b, and this is how you have to create a connection, and this is how you're creating a connection. Okay, now self will be there, and thereafter you need to send, for example, 1 comma 5. Okay, now successfully connection is formed. And guys, remember, this is rule in any programming language. When you have used child, and if there is a parent constructor, you have to call this in first step. So that's perfect. Now you have provided a comma b as part of object oriented principal rules of inheritance when there are constructors involved. Okay. So, so when you run this, how does it work? Let's think. Now, when you run this, how does it work? Let's think. Let's say when you create object, right? As soon as you create an object, first step, what happens? What Python does is it invokes the constructor. It invokes the constructor. Okay. Step two is to invoke the parent constructor, right? And 1 comma 5 are now successfully sent to first number and second number. 1 comma 5 is successfully now sent to first number and second number. Now these two values will have now these two variables will have values 1 5 1 5, correct. Thereafter what happens, it calls get complete data, this object. Now this time this summation, first number and gets second number gets initialized so that this code works. So now this code will work and will not complain any error. Now let us run this. Perfect. Now you see 406 is the output, right? Now let's scan the output. Now you say return self.num2. So num2 is how much? 200. Self.num is 100. Self.num is 100. So 200 plus 100, 300 plus self.summation. Come here, self.summation. Self.summation is first number. First number is your 1. Second number is your 5. Right? So 1 plus 5 is 6 plus self.num is 100. So 106 plus 300. So 406. So what are the two key things that you have to remember from this lecture is, number one, just placing this class name in case you need to inherit. So this is how you place your class name here. And another is how we have imported this calculator. So, and the second thing is very important. Just take a note, guys. So you say this one in your child constructor, you have to mandatorily call parent constructor if your parent constructor is not default. And this what we have seen here. That's it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching inheritance concept in Python India.